Hello viewers, welcome to the video. This video covers the topics of D'Alembert's ratio test. The statement of D'Alembert's ratio test is, in a positive term series, the stress should be given to the word positive term series because this test is only for positive term series un if the ratio of un plus 1 by un, if the limit value of this ratio is k and k is less than 1, if the limit value is less than 1, then the series converges, and if it is greater than 1, the series diverges, but the test fails when k is equal to 1. So let us solve some problems. Discuss the convergence of the series n square upon 3 to the power of n. Here the un value is, the nth term is n square upon 3 to the power of n, and un plus 1 is, that is, replace n by n plus 1. We get n plus 1 whole square divided by 3 to the power of n plus 1. Replace n by n plus 1. Then you get un plus 1 term. Un is 3 to the power of n square upon 3 to the power of n, and un plus 1 is n plus 1 whole square upon, here also n is there and here also n is there. So replace it by n plus 1 and n plus 1. Then next step what we'll do is, we want this value, and for this value we'll apply the limit and find out what the answer comes to be. If it is less than 1, it converges. If it's greater than 1, it diverges, and when k is equal to 1, it fails. So we need to apply some other tests like comparison test, or we'll apply the property of the infinite series. So next let us find this value. Because we have both this value, next value is, therefore the ratio of un plus 1 by un will be n plus 1 whole square divided by 3 to the power of n plus 1 divided by un is n square upon 3 to the power of n. So this on if we take to the denominator, it gets reversed, 3 to the power of n plus 1. If I take this into, if I remove this divided by and take this into, it gets reversed. 3 to the power of n goes to the numerator and to n square goes to denominator. So this will be, in this, if I take n square as a common factor, n square outside, 1 plus 1 over n square whole square into 3 to the power of n, 3 to the power of n as it is. I have taken n square here outside, so n square outside, so I will be left out with 1 plus 1 over n square, the power is as it is, square into 3 to the power of n divided by, I will split this and write it as 3 to the power of n into 3. This is nothing but 3 to the power of n plus 1 into n square. The denominator n square get cancels with the numerator n square. Here also 3 to the power of n cancel here. Numerator 3 to the power of n cancels with the denominator. We are left with 1 over 3, 1 plus 1 by n square whole square. So the limit, the ratio is this one. So what next step is, we'll apply limit n tends to infinity to this ratio. Limit n tends to infinity, and let's check out, the value is nothing but the k value. First you find out this ratio and then apply the limit. We have found out the ratio and that is this one. Then we will apply the limit and see what value we get. 1 by infinity is, if you apply infinity to here, what you get is 1 by infinity, but 1 by infinity is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 whole square is 1. So this is nothing but 1. So 1 by 3, and this is the value of k. K is 1 by 3, which is less than 1. So in this case, D'Alembert's ratio test says that the series convergent. So the writing this statement is very important because this carries 2 marks. By D'Alembert's ratio test, our given series UN is convergent. Second problem is discuss the convergence of the series. Here this will be our UN. UN is equal to n factorial upon n to the power of n. This will be our UN, and let us see what is UN plus 1. UN plus 1 is nothing but replace n by n plus 1. So this will be n plus 1 factorial upon n plus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1. Next step is find out the ratio of UN plus 1 by UN. What this ratio will be is n plus 1 factorial upon n plus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1 divided by UN, which gets reversed and become n to the power of n upon n factorial. So if we expand the n plus 1 factorial, this will be, so what is 4 factorial? 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Expansion of 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is, start from 4. What the value is given, start from 4. 1 lesser than the previous, 1 lesser than the previous until we reach 1. That is the expansion of 4 factorial. Then what is the expansion of n plus 1 factorial is start from n plus 1. 1 lesser than this till you reach 1. That is the expansion of n plus 1 factorial into n to the power of n as it is divided by n plus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1 n factorial. This can be written as n to the power of n plus 1 into n plus 1, n to the power of n into n plus 1 into n factorial. This is nothing but n factorial. The expansion of n into n minus 1 up to 1 is n factorial. This is the expansion, so I will write this as n plus 1 n factorial n to the power of n as it is, n plus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1 n factorial. N plus 1 will cancel, n factorial will cancel, n to the power of n. Here I will take n to the power of n outside. Then the remaining is 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n whole to the power of n. This will be remain, even this will cancel. So the value is 1 over 1 plus 1 by n to the power of n whole to the power of n. So this will be the ratio of this. So apply limit n tends to infinity to this ratio. Limit n tends to infinity. So the answer, this is a proved result that limit n tends to infinity 1 plus x whole to the power of n. This is nothing but e. This is a proved result raised to the power of n. When we have something 1 plus in this form raised to the power of n, the limit value is e. So e value is 2.5 something. So this is clearly less than 1. Since e value is 2 points, so 1 by 2 is less than 1. By D'Alembert's ratio test, given series UN is convergent. Third problem is test for convergence. The series, for this series, the pattern here is 0, 2, 4. So, and in the denominator also, here we have 1, 2, 3. Within the square root we have 1, 2, 3. So the nth term will also be root n. Since we have first term 1, second term 2, third term 3, similarly nth term will also have n within the root, and here is 2, 3, 4, and we note that 2 is greater than 1, 1 times 1 plus greater than this, and 2 is 2 plus 1, 3 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So here we have n, so n plus 1 will be here, n plus 1 into root n, and in numerator we have x as a base, and the power here is 0 to 4. The power of x is 0 to 4, which is an even number, but it starts from 0, so it is not 2n, 2n minus 2. 2n minus 2 is the power. If we get un, then what will be our un plus 1? Un plus 1 will be, replace n by 2n plus n by n plus 1. So here we have 2n minus 2, replace it by n plus 1, 2n plus 2 minus 2, which get cancels, and the answer is 2n. So un plus 1 will be x to the power of 2n upon, if we replace n by n plus 1, n plus 1, that is n plus 2, replace n by n plus 1 here, so this will be root of n plus 1. Root of n plus 1. Then what will be the ratio? The ratio of un plus 1 by un will be x to the power of 2n upon n plus 2 into root n plus 1 into n plus 1 root n divided by x to the power of 2n minus 2. It goes, when it gets reversed, when it goes to the numerator. So we have take x to the power of, so what we'll do is we'll take x to the power of 2n minus 2 is here, so it is nothing but x to the power of 2n minus 2 is nothing but x to the power of 2n into x to the power of minus 2. X to the power of minus 2 we can write it as x to the power of 2n divided by x square. So it goes to the into, if we put, it goes to minus 2. This is our x to the power of 2n minus 2. So here we have x square, when it goes to the numerator, it will come to the numerator. So this is nothing but x to the power of 2n. Here I will take n outside, n into 1 plus 1 over n, root n as it is. This x square comes to the numerator, x square, divide by, here I will take n outside, 1 plus 2 by n. Here I will take root n outside. So this is nothing but 1 plus root 1 by n into x to the power of 2n. X to the power of 2n cancels with x to the power of 2n, n cancels with n, root n cancels with root n. So we are left with 1 plus 1 by n into x square, divide by 1 plus 2 by n, square root of 1 plus 1 by n. So this is the ratio of un plus 1. Next step is apply limit n tends to infinity to the ratio, that is limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by. Let us see what we get when we apply the limit. When we apply n tends to infinity, this will goes to 0. 1 by infinity is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Divide by, this is 2 by infinity is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Root 1 into x square is nothing to take with the n, so it remains as it is. X square is an independent term because we are applying n tends to infinity. So x does not contain n, so this will remain as it is. So this is nothing but 1. 1 into x square is x square. Now the limit value of un plus 1 by un is x square. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, series un, this will converge if the value of the limit is less than 1, then this will be convergent, and this x square, if it is greater than 1, then this is divergent, but the test fails when but test fails when x square is equal to 1. So D'Alembert's ratio test fails when the limit value of this ratio, that is x square, is equal to 1. So we'll see what happens when x square is equal to 1. What happens to the convergence of series we'll see by some other test. So when x square is equal to 1, what will be our un? Un, which is equal to this one, un is here. So when x square is equal to 1, what happens to un is, put x square is equal to 1 here. So we will get un as 1 raised to the power of anything is 1 itself, 1 over n plus 1 into root n. We get the value of un to be, when x square is equal to 1, un is n plus 1 by n plus 1 into root n. So we will apply the comparison test now. So this is un is equal to 1 upon n plus 1 into root n. Un is equal to 1 upon, if I take n outside, 1 plus 1 by n root n. So this will be, here the power is 1, n to the power of half, half plus 1 is 3 by 2, 1 over n into root n. This is nothing but 1, here half is there, so add the power, bases are same, add the powers, 1 plus 1 by 2, that is nothing but 3 by 2, n to the power of 3 by 2. So n to the power of 3 by 2 into 1 plus 1 by n. So this is nothing but, we'll take 1 by n to the power of 2n as an auxiliary series. Vn is equal to 1 by 3 by n to the power of 3 by 2 as auxiliary series, and see what is the value of limit n tends to infinity un by Vn. This is nothing but limit n tends to infinity, un is 1 upon n to the power of 3 by 2 into 1 plus 1 upon n into n to the power of 3 by 2. So n to the power of 3 by 2 cancels. So applying limit, we will get 1 plus 0 is 1. So this value is 1. Clearly it is not equal to 0. Therefore both series un and series vn converges or diverges together. But what is series Vn is 1 upon n to the power of 3 by 2. Here the p value is 3 by 2. This is of the form 1 over n to the power of p series, and by p test this is greater than 1 as convergent by p series test. So the un will also be convergent. Series un is convergent by comparison test. Comparison test. Series un is convergent when x square is equal to 1. We got the result that when x square is equal to 1, the series is convergent. So here we have to write, when x square is exactly equal to 1, it is a convergent. This series is convergent when x square is equal to 1. So we'll write this result in the form of a sentence. So that is the conclusion. The conclusion here is, we have to write, therefore the series un is convergent when convergent for x square is less than or equal to 1 and is divergent when x square is greater than 1. When x square is greater than 1, it converges. When x square is less than or equal to 1, it is a convergent, and x square is greater than. So this writing the conclusion is very important. This sentence carries 2 marks. So writing series un is convergent for x square is greater than or equal to 1 and is divergent when x square is. Problem is discuss the convergence of this series. So we will take this as nth term. Un is equal to 2 to the power of n minus 2 divided by 2 to the power of n plus 1 x to the power of n minus 1. Next step is un plus 1. What will be the next term of this? So that will be, replace wherever you find n, here also n is there, replace n by n plus 1. So 2 to the power of n plus 1 minus 2 upon 2 to the power of n plus 1 plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, that is x to the power of n. So next step is finding out the ratio of these two. Un plus 1 is 2 to the power of n plus 1 minus 2 by 2 to the power of n plus 1 plus 1 into x to the power of n into un is this goes to the numerator 2n plus 1 upon this whole thing comes to the denominator 2n minus 2 into x to the power of n minus 1. Next step is we will take this whole 2 to the power of n as outside because this is a term. In this term I will take this 2 to the power of n plus 1 outside, that is 2 to the power of n plus 1 into 1 minus 2 divided by 2 to the power of n plus 1. If you take reverse, multiply this 2 to the power of n plus 1, multiply this 2 get cancelled, minus 2, we will get this is. So I will take 2 to the power of n plus 1 outside, 1 minus 2 to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of n plus 1 xn as it is. In this term also I will take 2 to the power of n outside, 2 to the power of n into 1 plus 1 over 2 to the power of n divided by, in this term also I will take 2 to the power of n outside, 2 to the power of n plus 1, 1 plus 1 over 2 to the power of n plus 1, 2 to the power of n outside, 2 to the power of n into 1 minus 2 to the power of n into x to the power of, I will write it as x to the power of n divided by x goes to the numerator, just like this. Here we see that this gets cancelled clearly, x to the power of n also is getting cancelled, 2 to the power of n is getting cancelled. So we are simplified form is this one. Next step is apply limit n tends to infinity to this value, to this ratio, apply the limit. We will get here this goes to 0, this term goes to 0, this term and this will goes to 0. So the value is 1. 1 into x has nothing to take with the limit because limit is n tends to infinity. Wherever n is there, that will goes to unity, so infinity. So this is independent term, it remains as it is. 1 into x is x. So the limit value is x. Limit of this one is x. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, series un, we have two possibility. If the ratio is less than 1, then the series is convergent, and if this ratio is greater than 1, the series will be divergent. But when x is equal to 1, the test fails. Let us see what happens when x is equal to 1. What happens to the un? Our un is 2 to the power of, here is the un. We'll apply x is equal to 1 and see what happens to un, and we'll see the convergence or divergence in the case of x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 is this term. You apply x is equal to 1 to the power of anything is 1. So 1 into this term is 2 to the power of n minus 2 divided by 2 to the power of n plus 1. Now we'll solve for this. Take 2 to the power of and see this is convergent or not by comparison test. 2 to the power of, no, this is if I take 2 to the power of n into outside 1 by 2 to the power of 2 upon into 2 to the power of n outside 1 plus 1 upon 2 to the power of n. 2 to the power of n cancel. So we have a property of infinite series that if the limit value of un as n tends to infinity is not equal to 0, then the series diverges. So we apply that property of infinite series. We'll apply limit value to this. Then what we get is 1 upon 2 to the power of n. This is 1 and it is not equal to 0. So by property of infinite series, we have if limit value of the nth term is not equal to 0, then the series diverges. Then the series is divergent. So when the case x is equal to 1, we are getting the result that the series is divergent. So we'll apply here. It is a divergent series is diverges when x is equal to 1. When x value is 1, series is divergent. So we'll write the conclusion as, therefore series un is, we'll write this result as series un is convergent for x less than 1 and it is divergent when x is greater than or equal to 1. Fifth problem is, show that the series is convergent if this one and diverges if this condition satisfies. So our un is equal to, un will be alpha plus 1, 2 alpha plus 1, etc. So this is the first term, second term, this is the first term, second term, third term. So we notice that 3 here, third term is ending with 2. So n minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. Here also 3 minus 1, here is 4 minus 1. This is the fourth term ending with 4 minus 1. So nth term will end with n minus 1 alpha plus 1 and denominator is beta plus 1, 2 beta plus 1, etc. Here also fourth term is ending with 3 beta plus 1. So 3 is nothing but 4 minus 1. Fourth term is ending with 4 minus 1 beta plus 1. So the nth term is also ending with n minus 1 beta plus 1. So what is the un plus 1? Un plus 1 will be the next term of this series. So this will be alpha plus 1, etc. n minus 1 alpha plus 1 into the next term will be, replace n by n plus 1. N plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled. So we get the next term is n alpha plus 1 divide by the denominator is also replace n by, so this one is the term. Next term is replace n by n plus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, n beta plus 1. n beta plus 1. Therefore, what is the un plus 1 upon un ratio is equal to, this ratio will be n alpha plus 1, everything will get cancels and we are remaining with n alpha plus 1 divided by n beta plus 1. So this will be, if I take n outside, alpha plus 1 upon n divide by n if I take outside, beta plus 1 upon n, and if I apply limit n tends to infinity, even n also get cancelled, apply limit n tends to infinity to this, we get 1 by infinity goes to 0, 0 plus alpha is alpha, 1 upon infinity becomes 0, 0 plus beta is beta, alpha by beta. Therefore, series by D'Alembert's ratio test, this series converges if alpha by beta, the answer is less than 1, the limit answer is less than 1, and diverges if the limit value of this ratio, the limit answer of the limit is greater than 1. In that case, it diverges, and if it is less than 1, converges, the series converges by D'Alembert's ratio test. So if you cross multiply this two, it will become alpha is greater than beta. Clearly alpha is greater than 0. So which is our first condition. The convergent, if it is greater than 0, this is nothing but this one, and divergent, if you cross multiply this one, alpha is greater than 1 into beta is beta, is divergent in this case. But there is also case that it fails. When it fails, when alpha by beta is equal to 1, in this case the test fails. That is, this implies if you multiply beta with 1, what we get is alpha is equal to beta. In this case, the test fails. We need to find another way of testing whether series is convergent or not. So we'll see what happens when alpha is equal to beta in un. When alpha is equal to beta, then the numerator is same as the denominator, because alpha is same as beta. Both are same. So numerator and denominator both will be same. So both get cancelled. In this case, un is equal to 1. So apply limit n tends to infinity un. Limit n tends to infinity 1 is nothing but 1, which is not equal to 0. If the limit value of un is non-zero quantity, then the series is divergent by the property of infinite series. This has to be divergent by the property of infinite series. So when alpha is equal to beta, or when alpha by beta is equal to 1, the series un is divergent. Here when alpha is equal to beta, it is a divergent. We got the result that when alpha is equal to beta, series also divergent. So we'll write this conclusions combine. Therefore, series un is convergent if 0 less than alpha less than beta, and divergent in this case, divergent when alpha less than or equal to, and both are. Sixth problem is, discuss the convergence of this series. Here the nth term will be, so the pattern of the numerator is 1 into 2, 1 into 2 into 3. So the numerator will be 1 into 2 into 3 into n divided by 3 into 5 into 7. So this is a odd term. So 3 into 5 into 7, 2n plus 1. Odd value is 2n plus 1. So therefore un plus 1 is Replace n by n plus 1. 1 into 2 into 3 into n plus 1. Next term. And 3 into 5 into 7. 2n plus 1. The value is 2n plus 3. So if you have 2n plus 1, replace it by n plus 1. So this is 2n plus 2 plus 1, 2n plus 3. 2n plus 3. Then ratio will be un plus 1 upon un is. So if you write un plus 1 upon, then this will goes to the numerator and gets cancelled up to 2n plus 1 term. And 1 to n terms will be cancelled here. So the remaining is n plus 1 upon 2n plus 3. So this will be remaining. If I take n outside, 1 plus 1 upon n. If I take n outside here, 2 plus 3 by n gets cancelled. If you apply limit n tends to infinity, here, this is nothing but 1 upon here 2 will be remaining, which is less than 1. If the limit value of this ratio is less than 1, then by D'Alembert's ratio test, given series is convergent. Given series is convergent. Seventh problem is un is x to the power of n by 2n factorial. So un plus 1 will be x to the power of n plus 1 upon 2n plus 2 factorial. Because if you apply n plus 1 here, n plus 1, then that will be 2n plus 2 factorial. So what is un plus 1 upon un? This will be x to the power of n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 2 factorial into 2n factorial divided by x to the power of n. So this will be x to the power of n into, I can write it as x, this cancels. And let us find the expansion of this. That is x into 2n factorial divided by 2n plus 2 factorial is, start from 2n plus 2, 1 lesser than this, that is 2 minus 1 is 1, till you reach 1. So this is, so 1 minus lesser than this, that is 2n, till you reach 1 into, so that's it. So this is nothing but 2n factorial. This cancels with the numerator 2n factorial. So this whole thing get cancelled. So this is x by 2n. The ratio is x by 2n plus 2 into 2n plus 1. So when you apply limit n tends to infinity, this will be 0. X by infinity, if you apply n is equal to infinity, x by infinity is 0. X by infinity, this is 0. This is less than 1. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, series un is convergent. Eighth problem is un is equal to, un is equal to root n upon root n square plus 1 into xn. So un plus 1 will be x to the power of root n plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1 upon n plus 1 whole square plus 1. This will be our x to the power of u to the un plus 1 will be this one. Replace n by n plus 1, n by n plus 1 here. So what happens to the ratio un plus 1 by un is root n to the power of n plus 1 This I will write it as x to the power of n plus 1 as x to the power of n into x divided by n plus 1 whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this answer to this is this. Here we have plus 1. So this will become n square plus 2n plus 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So into root n, this one root n into x to the power of n. So what I will take this root n outside. Root n 1 square root of 1 plus 1 by n x to the power of n into x divided by. So this will be, if I take root n square upon root n, that is half, it cancels, root and square cancel. So this is nothing but n 1 plus 2 by n square, 2 by n plus 2 by n square into root n into x to the power of n. Root n cancels, x to the power of n also cancels. So this is nothing but greater than 0. Even this get cancelled. So the limit value is, if you apply limit n tends to infinity to this one, we will get x. Therefore by D'Alembert's ratio test, series un is convergent if x is less than 1, then the series is convergent. If it's greater than 1, series is divergent, and the series fails, test fails when x is equal to 1. In this case, when x is equal to 1, we'll see what happens to the un. Un will be root n upon, so if you apply 1, x is equal to 1 in the un, 1 to the power of n is 1 itself, so 1 into this thing is, un will be this one, root n upon root n square plus 1. So if I'll take root n as common n here, so n square root I will take this, so this is nothing but n. So n outside, 1 plus 1 upon n square. This n I can write it as 2 times root n. So one root will be cancelled with another root in the numerator, and we'll take 1 by n to the power of n as auxiliary series. So what happens to the limit n tends to infinity, un by vn is, limit n tends to infinity, even this will get cancels, and the remaining is 1 plus 1 upon n square, that is 1, and clearly not equal to 0. Therefore both the series un is convergent or divergent together. Series un and series vn by comparison test, by limit form, this is convergent or divergent together, but the vn series, that is 1 by root n, where p value is 1 by 2. By p series test, this value is less than 1, so this is, by p series test, the series is divergent. So when by comparison test, series un is also, if vn is divergent, then un is also divergent by comparison test. So when x is equal to 1, we get series un is divergent. So in the divergent case, I'll put x is equal to 1. Put the equal sign. So now we'll write this result as a conclusion result as, we'll write this one in the form of sentence. So series un is convergent if x is less than 1 and series un is divergent if x is greater than or equal to 1. We'll write this one in the form of sentence. This one in the form of sentence as series un is convergent if x is less than 1 and it is divergent in case x is greater than or equal to 1. This is important because this carries some marks writing this sentence. This is the conclusion about the convergence of when it converges and in what case it diverges. Ninth problem is un is equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1 upon 3 to the power of n plus 1 plus 1. So what will be our un plus 1? Un plus 1 will be, replace n by n plus 1. Here also n plus 1 is there. Here also n is there. Here also n is there. So we'll replace n by n plus 1. What we get is 2 to the power of n upon 3 to the power of, this is 3 to the power of n. So 3 to the power of n plus 1 plus 1. Therefore, the ratio of un plus 1 upon un will be 2 to the power of n upon 3 to the power of n plus 1 plus 1 into 3 to the power of n plus 1 by upon 2 to the power of n n minus 1. That is, I will write it as this goes to the numerator and it goes to the numerator. So this will be, if I take 2 to the power of n, 3 to the, in this term I will take 3 to the power of, so 2 to the power of n minus 1, so that can be written as by 2, so this goes to the numerator. So I will take, in this term I will take 3 to the power of n plus 1 outside, 3 to the power of n plus 1 outside. The remaining is 1 plus 1 upon 3 to the power of n plus 1 into, in this term I will take 3 to the power of n outside, 3 to the power of n into 1 plus 1 upon 3 to the power of n, divide by 2 to the power of n in the denominator as it is, into 2. 2 to the power of n cancels. 3 to the power of n plus 1, here I will write this as 3 to the power of n into 3. So 3 to the power of n also cancels. So when you apply the limit n tends to infinity, we are remaining by 2 by 3. The remaining is 2 by 3. This will be, this goes to 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 into 2 is 2. So 2 by 3, and clearly this 2 by 3 is less than 1. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, series un is convergent. That's it. Viewers, I hope this video was useful. If so, please like and subscribe the channel. If you have any doubts, please let me know it in the comment section. Thanks for watching.